It's time for high school basketball on your local sports leader, 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Altamont Community High School for the fifth night of action at the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Basketball Tournament. I'm Greg Sapp, Matt Robinson alongside Ken of the Queen of the Night back at the studios, and we're ready to rock and roll our way through the second semifinal night and set up the final four games of the tournament. We have one game set, 3 to go, and those will be decided after tonight. In this first game, it's a battle of the Indians and the Indians. So Matt and I will have to be careful not to use the nicknames too much. Altamont taking on Neoga. The winner of this game will play at 1 o'clock tomorrow in the Consolation Championship. They'll do battle with Cowden Herrick. They got in with a win last night. Then it'll be a battle between St. Anthony and South Central. The winner of that game will play Dietrich tomorrow night at 7:30 for the Conference Tournament Championship. The loser of the second game tonight will play at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon against SEB to see who gets the third place honor. So that's what's at stake tonight here at Altamont. We also have a broadcast of girls high school basketball for you tonight over on KJ Country at 102.3 as Effingham's girls are headed to Teutopolis to take on the Lady Shoes. That's always fun when Effingham plays T-Town in anything. But add to that the fact that they're going to be saluting the 1990 Teutopolis Girls State Championship team. It's the 25th anniversary of that team winning state. So a big night at Teutopolis as well. And Dustin White and Millie Lang are going to have that one for you tonight. Mike Walker, unfortunately, is ill, and so Millie was nice to step in and help out Dustin on the broadcast tonight. So that'll be tonight about 7:30 at KJ Country at 102.3. Back with the pregames on this first one. Altamont Neoga from the NTC in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Culver's of Effingham supports all local athletes. All teams, stop by in your uniform after the game for a free One Scoop Sundae.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today. Morrill Shoes, Boots, and Repairs, your Tony Alman Red Wing dealer, congratulates all the teams and wishes them the best. Stop by and see Morrill's today. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com.
For selection, value, and service will drive you happy.
Back at Altamont, getting ready for the first of two here on this fifth night of action at the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. A battle between Altamont and Neoga. Now, tournament historian Kurt Becker has been busy. He lets Matt and me know that in a milestone year for the tournament, this game matches the two remaining charter members of the conference that haven't been affected by consolidation or a cooperative agreement. The other 5 charter members of the NTC are Brownstown, which is now St. Elmo Brownstown since the fall of 2013. Cowden, which consolidated with Herrick back in 1971. That's back in the Bill Sarver days. St. Elmo, which of course is now co-oping with Brownstown. Stewardson consolidated with Strasburg in the fall of 1950. And Teutopolis, of course, withdrew from the conference after the 11-12 season to go independent. So that's unique in that these are the last two originals intact. Altamont hopes to reach the final day of the tournament for the 10th consecutive year. The last Saturday lineup without Altamont, 2005. And this marks the first tournament for Neoga to be the number 10 seed. But here they are playing on Friday night, so it's worked out okay, and they're seeking to become the first number 10 ever to reach the Consolation Championship game. So Bob Lockhart would be getting quite a feather in his cap if they can pull off a win tonight.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking to do. Again, they're coming into this contest, once again, with nothing to lose, and you have to wonder how Altamont's going to respond after suffering a tough loss and being in the consolation bracket after being the 3 seed. Obviously, that's not someplace that they anticipated being.
No, not at all. Just didn't shoot the ball well Wednesday night. That's the name of the game. And if they'd shot the ball better, they wouldn't be here. But
Got to give a lot of credit to South Central in that, though, too. They played some good defense, and South Central shot the ball extremely well.
Cougars certainly did take care of business, and as a result, they are in the championship semifinal tonight against St. Anthony. By the way, how these teams got here, on Wednesday night, Neoga got a win. Neoga lost to St. Anthony by a count of 39-25. The other game went overtime, and South Central defeated Altamont by a count of 59-50. So that's how these teams are where they are tonight. That'll have the starting lineups for this one when we come back in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
2015 is off to a fast.
Nemours Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Nemours Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports. Russ Broniker Cadillac, Buick, and GMC, located on South Route 45 in Effingham, proud supporters of our local and area high school sports teams.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
It's home of an Indian battle as Altamont's going to take on Neoga in this consolation semifinal. In the first game later on tonight, it'll be St. Anthony and South Central for the right to move on to the championship game. The loser of that falls into the third place contest against St. Elmo Brownstown. And, of course, the winner gets Dietrich in that championship game a little later on this evening. But this matchup matches up 2 teams that won 3 out of the first 4 NTC tournaments ever held. Back in 1935 and 36, Altamont claimed the first 2 titles of this NTC tournament. And then in 1938, Neoga won their only tournament championship, again in 1938. So interesting historical matchup between Altamont and Neoga here in this consolation semifinal. We're getting set for the national anthem. That'll be sung, it looks like by, once again, the Altamont Choir. The community choir, under the direction of Jeannie Wolf, is assembling on the floor, so we will join them for the national anthem, and then we'll have a look at the starting lineup as we get set for exciting National Trail Conference tournament action here at the 80th annual NTC tournament. Now time for the national anthem. Nice work by the Altamont Community Choir under the direction of Jeannie Wolf. A lot of good folks down there and a lot of good singers, too. Absolutely, and we get set for action here in this consolation semifinal. Let's meet the starting lineup. First for the visiting Altamont Indians. They are on the bottom side of the bracket, so they are in their black uniforms. They will start at a guard, 5'11" sophomore Ryan Armstrong. He had 13 in the contest the other night against South Central. Getting a call at the other guard spot is number 50, Clayton Wolf. He's a 6-foot junior. Wolf with 2 points in the tournament thus far. Starting at a forward, it's Justin Geckner. He's a 6'1 senior. Wears number 24. He has 3 tournament points. Adam Mayhouse, the leading scorer in the tournament for the Indians, a 6'3 junior. He had 16 tournament points thus far in the contest against South Central. And then a change in the Altamont lineup due to illness. Brandon Runge is unavailable for the Indians. He is actually battling a little bit of pneumonia. And the 6'4 freshman is not available tonight for Coach John Niebrigi. So Evan Cornett, a 6'5 sophomore wearing number 44, gets the call at the center spot tonight for Altamont. For the Neoga Indians, they will start at a guard, Luke Baker. He has 28 tournament points in the 2 games for the Indians. He's a 5'11 junior. He'll be joined out there by Caleb Abernathy, the 5'7 junior, wears number 11. He has 6 tournament points thus far. At a forward spot, it's Ronnie Kersey, the 6'1 junior, wears number 24. He has 15 tournament points. He'll be joined at the forward by Trevor Moore, a 6'3 senior, number 32, with 8 tournament points. And rounding out the starting lineup is Corey Kersey, the ultra-athletic 6'2 senior from Neoga, wears number 14. He has 15 tournament points for Bob Lockhart's 3-19 Neoga Indians. Altamont is 13-6 on the season. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with the tip. You're listening to the 80th Annual NTC Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
Back at Altamont High School, home of the 80th NTC Tournament. Just had the starting lineups announced to the crowd. Want to let you in on the officials. If you have a program, the officiating crews have swapped first game and second game tonight. Bob Alexander, Dale Matt Miller, and Howard Manuel is actually substituting for Bob DeMargin here this evening. Looks like it's going to be Bob Alexander putting the toss in the air. Corey Kersey will jump it up against Evan Cornett. The tip is won by Neoga, and we're underway. Luke Baker across the timeline. Fires it down in the corner to Moore. He's matched up with Wolf. Pass inside, knocked loose, and Altamont comes away with the steal. Clayton Wolf pushes it up court. They get it ahead to Armstrong. He slows things down, and they look over the Neoga defense. Geckner, skip pass across to Wolf. Baseline to Mayhouse. Mayhouse looks inside, nothing doing. Back out to Wolf, around to Armstrong at the top of the key. Double team, gets it to Wolf. Right wing three on the way is a little strong. Rebound taken by Moore. And Neoga will bring it up court. 40 seconds into the ball game. The Neoga Indians have it with Kersey out on the perimeter. Altamont picks up in a man-to-man. Moore comes to get it, top of the key. Now to Ronnie Kersey on the baseline. He's matched up with Mayhouse. Takes it out to the left wing. Now back to the right baseline, that is, to Moore. Over to Kersey. Kersey to Moore. Going to the right baseline. Cut off. A little hop. Yep, he traveled with it.
It's going to be tough on Neoga tonight. 2 trips, 2 turnovers. Got to get that ball to the hole. And so far, no success.
Minute into the game, 0-0. Altamont has their second try on the offensive end as Mayhouse is holding in the right corner. Skips it out top to Armstrong. Armstrong travels with it himself out top.
A lot of guys take that step before they dribble. That's hardly ever permitted.
Hasn't been for a while, at least.
No, it's a long time. I think Dr. Naismith might have made that his first rule.
6:44 to play in the first quarter. Still nothing. Neoga again has a try. They have it with Corey Kersey on the left wing. Skips across to the right side to Moore. Moore holding. Wolf on defense. Gets it to Corey Kersey at the top of the key. He's holding, looking, wanting somebody to move. There's Abernathy come and get it on the left wing. Now out top, Luke Baker, top of the key three. Oh, in and out. No good. Boy, I thought that was down. Rebound to Clayton Wolf. Quick outlet to Armstrong, who pushes it up the right side. Stops and pops. 15-footer good. Ryan Armstrong with the first 2 points of the game, and Altamont leads 2-0.
Good for him, Altamont, to get out to a quick lead and shoot the ball well here after that tough game on Wednesday. I think that'd do a lot for their morale.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Wolf, so it stays with Neoga right in front of the Altamont bench. Even though Altamont's the guest, they're on their traditional bench here at Altamont. Neoga loads up for a corner two. Abernathy had a foot on the line. It's no good. Rebound taken by Altamont. They get it ahead to Armstrong. He pretty much goes to the same spot and buries the same jumper.
He's feeling it.
He has 4, and it's 4-0 in favor of Altamont here in the early going. 5:38 on the first quarter clock as Moore has it out top to Ronnie Kersey in the right corner. Drives right baseline. Leans in. Shot too strong. Cornett clears the rebound and hands it to Armstrong. He brings it up the right side. Now we'll take it all the way underneath. Shot blocked by Ronnie Kersey. Rebound Abernathy, who hands it to Luke Baker, who's blasting it up Neoga's left wing. He'll take a 15-footer, a little strong, and Cornett clears another board for the Indians. Gets it to Armstrong, who pushes it ahead to nobody. Pass was in between Geckner and Mayhouse, and it sails out of bounds. Altamont's second turnover as Mr. Locke made the catch down in the corner for the fans.
He was ready.
Neoga working it around the perimeter. They try to throw it inside. Armstrong steps in front and steals the pass, and then he's fouled from behind.
Ronnie Kersey got the foul. That's the first foul of the ball game. Third turnover on Neoga.
So 3 minutes into the game, Altamont's looking to add to their 4-0 lead. Winner moves to the Consolation Championship tomorrow afternoon at 1 against Cowden Harris. Here's Armstrong, gets it in the left corner to Wolf, to Geckner on the left wing. Skip pass to the right side, Mayhouse. Mayhouse takes it right baseline. Tried to get it to Cornett. Pass hit off of him and tipped around loose. On the floor, we've got a jump as Wolf goes down there to tie up Ronnie Kersey, and the possession arrow favors Altamont.
So they dodged the bullet for now.
So with 4:37 to play in the first quarter, Altamont triggers the inbounds in the corner to Cornett. They sling it around the perimeter. Armstrong made the catch on the right wing. Skips it all the way to the left side to Wolf. Clayton three, no good. As it hit off the rim a couple times. Rebound out of bounds. Mayhouse hit it last. It'll go to Neoga.
I really thought Clayton's shot might come back in. It hung up there a while. Caravello comes in now for Altamont. They set down Justin Geckner.
Boy, he was a big lift in their game against South Central off the bench.
Absolutely.
Neoga still trying to get their first points. They trail 4-0, almost halfway through this first quarter. They get it to Baker, right wing three, good. So Luke Baker has Neoga on the board, and it's a 1-point ball game, 4-3. Altamont with the ball and the lead.
Those three-pointers, man, they have such an impact on the game.
Altamont works it to Wolf on the left wing. Gets it out top. Now they swing it down baseline. Here's Mayhouse for three. In and out, no good. Caravello gets in there and ties up the rebound with Moore and Kersey. Jump ball gives it to Neoga, but Caravello again with some energy off the bench.
He just really seemed to flip the switch in that game Wednesday night.
Altamont with some full court pressure. Luke Baker tried to get it to Abernathy. Pass was too tall, and it just sailed out of bounds for Neoga's fourth turnover in the ball game.
Yeah, Neoga's only had 5 shots because of 4 turnovers.
Inbounds for Altamont out top, and nobody caught the ball. It was supposed to be intended for Ryan Armstrong, but he didn't know which side of the line to be on at the half-court line, and then the pass came whistling by and sailed past him out of bounds for an Altamont turnover. Their third. That was very unusual. Neoga drives baseline, crashing into the paint as Ronnie Kersey. Body is at the floor, shot no good. Rebound, Evan Cornett again. Gets it to Clayton Wolf. He brings it up court. Finds Mayhouse in the left corner. Drives baseline. Kicks it out to Armstrong. Three from the wing. Good. Ryan Armstrong has all 7 of Altamont's points, and they lead 7-3.
Armstrong's 3 for 3. Everybody else for Altamont's 0 for 3, and Baker's got that one bucket for Neoga, and everybody else is 0 for 5. So we get some more people engaged here. We see a little more pointing.
Neoga has the ball stripped as Moore made a move on the baseline. Wolf took it away. Clayton brings it up the left side. Nobody picks him up. He squares up for the 15-footer. It's no good. Rebound, Ronnie Kersey. He clears it to Abernathy. Ahead they go to Moore. Moore on the right side. Bounces it for Luke Baker in the lane. It's knocked loose, and Altamont gets another steal. Mayhouse comes out of there with it, and they work it to Wolf.
Tough to catch the ball when a guy passes it behind you.
Wolf gets it to Armstrong, top of the key, back to Wolf, left wing. Looking inside. Nothing there as Neoga's packed in the zone. Now they get it to Armstrong. He's used up his dribble, skips it back out of trouble to Wolf. Baseline Mayhouse, jumper from 10, too strong. Rebound, Ronnie Kersey. He gets it to Baker, who's patched up with Caravello as Baker brings it across the timeline. 2:18 to play in the first quarter as they get it to Abernathy, top of the key. Now over to Moore on the right wing. Moore's looking inside. Now steps to the right baseline. Cut off, flips it back to Ronnie Kersey. Kersey leans in on the baseline, powers up a shot over a double team, no good. Rebound Armstrong, blasted up the right side. Contact before the shot. Foul whistled against Neoga. It'll be Altamont ball under their basket.
Looks like Baker's the guilty party. Art Manuel says so. First on him, 2 on Neoga. Lots of changes.
Neoga sending Moore to the bench. In to replace him is number 12, Jesse Holt. Altamont has number 12 out there. That's Brandon Hosick, as well as number 52, Dakota Shepard. They see their first action tonight.
Wolf and Cornett sat down.
Inbounds goes to Altamont. Mayhouse is tied up quickly by Abernathy. Possession arrow keeps it with Altamont, so they'll again try to inbounds from their baseline. This time Mayhouse hands it back to Armstrong, who takes it out top. They swing it to Caravello. Back out to Armstrong, around to Hosick. He's on the right side. Gets it out top to Armstrong, working against the 2-1-2 zone of Neoga. Armstrong, top of the key to Caravello. Wing 3 is way off the mark. Rebound, though, Hosick. He saves it from going out of bounds. Gets to Armstrong. Top of the key 3, in and out, no good. We'll fight for the rebound, and what do we have? A foul whistled against Altamont.
Caravello picks up the first Altamont foul of the game.
So the minute 31 to play in the first quarter. Luke Baker will try to get Neoga a little closer as he brings the ball up court. Caravello pokes it away. Baker goes into backcourt to get it. Now he drives into the lane, puts up a runner. No good. Armstrong with the rebound. Needs some help as he's double-teamed. Gets it to Caravello, who brings it up the left side. Caravello back to Armstrong, to Hosick. Baseline to Shepard. Shepard finally is able to squeeze it. Now he gets it back out to Hosick, to Armstrong. Armstrong from the top of the key to Caravello. Get past to Hosick, to Armstrong. He's out top with it. Now to Hosick on the right wing again. Back over they go to Armstrong. At the elbow they get it to Mayhouse. Works through the defense. Powers up a shot and got it to go.
I thought he had at least one guy with a hand on the ball at one point in his progress to the basket, and he still got that shot to go. Nice effort.
9-3. Altamont leads by 6. Here's Neoga on the attack. They get it inside to Kersey. Turnaround jumper for Corey. No good. Rebound Hosick, and Altamont's running again. They push it up to Armstrong. He's on the right wing. Back out top to Hosick. Around to Caravello on the left side. Back to Armstrong, who's moved to the right wing, to Hosick out top. 22 seconds on the clock, and now Altamont appears to be content to hold for the last shot. Caravello with it on the wing. Back out to Armstrong. 14 on the clock as he's just outside the center circle. Baker comes out to force him to move. Now they get it to Hosick. Skips it back to Armstrong. 3 from the wing. In and out, no good. Rebounds loose out top. Altamont's Armstrong grabs it, throws it towards the hoop, and hits it. The officials look at each other, and they're going to talk, and yes, they will count it. I do believe it was before the buzzer. And the officials talk it over and say it was as well. So Altamont with a 12-3 lead as Ryan Armstrong hits a long 3 as the quarter comes to an end. You're listening to the 80th annual NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help. Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun.
Altamont 5. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Game's underway.
Yeah.
I'll give them to you here in a break.
Neoga inbounded the ball quickly as we're underway. They trail 12-3 into the second quarter of this consolation semifinal matchup. Working the ball around the perimeter. They get it into the hands of Jesse Holt. He fired up a three, no good. Mayhouse tracks down the rebound and got it to Armstrong before he went out of bounds. So Altamont looking to push their 9-point advantage, which is their largest lead of the night. Armstrong looks inside, found Shepard. Shepard in a crowd, gets it back out to Armstrong. They go on the wing to Hosick. He's on the left side. They get it back top of the key to Armstrong. Now to Mayhouse. Penetrates. Kicks it to Caravello for three. Shot no good. Rebound taken by Mayhouse, and he'll stick it up and in. Adam Mayhouse with 4, and it's 14-3. Altamont up 11 early in the second quarter.
Altamont has a big edge on the boards. That's one of the many reasons why they're in front. Neoga has one basket. That's another reason.
Luke Baker trying to rectify that. Drives the left side, puts up a runner with the left hand, and got it to go. He has 5, but he needs help. Neoga trails by 9, 14-5. Altamont forces it to the free throw line. Mayhouse is able to pick it up. They skip it to Caravello. Now to Hosick. Hosick spins, gets it out of trouble. They go out top to Armstrong to Mayhouse. Top of the key three is no good. Rebound comes out long to Luke Baker, who slows things down for the Indians of Neoga. They get it to Abernathy. Out top, they swing it to Jesse Holt. He loads up. Top of the key three, no good. Armstrong with another rebound. He brings it up court. Collision across the timeline, and a Neoga foul is upcoming.
The Neoga squad's third foul. Holt picks it up. That's his first foul of the game.
Shepard, Hosick, and Armstrong out. Eric Wolf, Clayton Wolf, and Evan Fournette is back in. Abernathy will have a seat for Neoga as Mr. Ty Pygott makes his first appearance of the night for Neoga. 15-4 the score. Altamont triggered the inbounds from the sideline. They have it with Eric Wolf out top. Skip to Caravello, now to Clayton Wolf on the right side. Back out top to Eric Wolf. Eric puts it on the floor. Goes to Caravello on the left wing. He's able to get control of it. Sends it back out top to Wolf. Eric now leaves it with Clayton on the right side. Clayton Wolf bounces it to at the elbow of the free throw line to Mayhouse. Nobody picks him up. He buries the 15-footer, and it's 16-5, an 11-point advantage for Altamont.
I like that trip for Altamont. They worked for a really good shot. A little more patience that trip paid off.
Now Neoga tries to drive inside, but they can't do so because they're fouled. See which Indian picks up the personal.
It's on number 14. That's Eric Wolf. His first. Altamont has just 2 fouls in the game.
5:38 to play in the second quarter. 16-5 the score. Neoga works the inbounds to Baker, but he can't handle the pass, and it's picked up by Mayhouse, and he's on the run. Blasted all the way up the right side. Shot no good. Pygott grabs the rebound. Might have been a little far out to try that scoop layup. Neoga will try to respond and get a bucket and pull themselves within single digits again. Pygott fires it to Ronnie Kersey on the right side, looks inside, and Fournette's there, right in the passing lane, and he takes it away. Neoga's second turnover of the quarter. To Wolf, to Eric Wolf. He's on the right side. Skips it out to Mayhouse. He's on the left wing. Looking inside, nothing doing. Hands it out top to Clayton Wolf. Now to Caravello on the left wing. Skips to Eric Wolf on the right corner. He's going to send it out top to Clayton. Clayton Wolf drives into the lane, draws a crowd, gets it to Caravello. Long two, good. Thomas Caravello with his first bucket, and it's 18-5 with 4:44 to play in the second quarter. Neoga working the ball up court. They pound it inside to Ronnie Kersey. Double team, spins away from it, puts up a shot, no good. Caravello with the rebound for Altamont. Gets it ahead to Clayton Wolf. Weaving through traffic, ball knocked loose. Clayton goes to the floor and sends it back out to Caravello. Top of the key, Mayhouse. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound up high, Corey Kersey for the board. He gets it to Baggett, up ahead to Baker, and Neoga's Bob Lockhart says, I want to talk. 4:16 to play in the second quarter. It's 18-5 in favor of Altamont over Neoga. 30-second break, and you're listening to it on 97.9 XFM.
Culver's of Effingham supports all local athletes. All teams, stop by in your uniform after the game for a free One Scoop Sundae.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
.4:16 to play in the second quarter. 18-5 the score. Neoga trailing Altamont in this consolation semifinal contest.
Altamont was 1 for 9 in the first quarter. Altamont was 5 out of 13. Neither team went to the line. 6 Neoga turnovers, 3 for Altamont. Altamont outboarded Neoga 10-5 in the first quarter. Neoga was 1 for 2 on threes. Altamont was 1 for 7.
Pygott with the ball out top, gets it over to Luke Baker. Altamont's made some changes, I can tell. We'll get you those in a second. Meanwhile, Pygott drives into the lane, got up in the air and landed with it. Travel on Neoga.
3 for Neoga this quarter, 9 in the game. Altamont just 3 turnovers. I said 1 for 7 for Altamont. They were 2 for 7 on threes in the first quarter.
Eric Wolf with the ball on the wing, looking, gets it out top to Armstrong, to Clayton Wolf. He's on the right side. Clayton bounces it out top to Armstrong. Armstrong to Eric Wolf. Eric on the left wing, looks it over, gets it to Armstrong, penetrates to the elbow of the free throw line, now leaves a baseline to Wolf. That's Clayton, sends it to Eric for a corner 3, and Eric Wolf buries it for his first point of the tournament.
9-2 run for Altamont to start this quarter, and they've got it up 16 now.
3:16 to play in the second period. Working it is Jesse Holt out top, and we've got a traveling violation as Eric Wolf was there applying the defense. 4 turnovers for Neoga in this second quarter.
Reminder, we're going to have girls basketball over on KJ Country a little later, about 7:30 tonight. Effingham at T-Town. They're celebrating the 25th anniversary of that Lady Shoes 1990 state championship team. So keep that in mind on KJ tonight.
Neoga switches to a man defensively. Altamont working the ball around the perimeter. Justin Geckner's on the floor. He replaced Mayhouse a little while ago for the Indians. He gives it off to Clayton Wolf, who drives to the baseline, stops, turns, little jumper, no good. There's an offensive board by Evan Cornett, and he sticks it up and in.
There you go. Took that ball inside. Cornett with a nice putback.
So it's 23-5 in favor of Altamont. 2:38 to play in the second quarter. Corey at the free throw line, stops and pops. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Clayton Wolf. Outlet ahead to Armstrong on the right side, driving in. Shot up, no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway as he crashed into Moore.
Ryan Armstrong called for an offensive foul here. That's his first. 3 fouls on Altamont. Altamont's first turnover this quarter.
Eric Wolf will check out. Adam Mayhouse returns for Altamont. Now, we'll go check the scorer's table. Found something.
Howard Winter says, yeah, that's how it is.
So Abernathy in and Pygott out. So 2:22 and counting here in the second quarter as Baker gets it across the timeline, leaves it with Abernathy in the right corner. Out top they go to Holt. Holt fires it right side to Moore, driving baseline, draws a crowd, ball tied up, jump. Will give it over to Altamont as again they continue to shut down that baseline.
11 turnovers for Neoga already in this ball game. They've only put up 14 shots.
Altamont working against the man-to-man of Neoga. Sends it out. Wolf on the court for the Indians. To Mayhouse. Mayhouse gives it to Wolf. Wolf on the left side. Gets it back out top of the key to Mayhouse. Working on Abernathy. Takes it inside. Shot up and in. Adam Mayhouse says, Matthew's about 4 inches shorter than me. I'm going at him.
Well, they're starting to pound it inside now. Ronnie Kersey's out of the game. A little more room. Another Neoga turnover.
Just dribbled it up the left side and lost it out of bounds. Their sixth turnover this quarter. It's a 20-point advantage for Altamont, 25-5, as Luke Baker's going to check out, and they will bring in Drew Raymert to replace him. 5-10 in his first. A minute 32 to play here in the second quarter. Armstrong over home baseline, stops and pops. 10-footer is good. Armstrong has 10 in the first quarter. He gets his first 2 of the second quarter. He has 12, and it's 27-5.
That's his first shot this quarter. He was spreading around, let some other guys get the points.
Neoga working the baseline to Holt. He sends it back out top to Kersey. Corey gets it to Raymert. Now to Moore on the right side. With a minute 5 on the second quarter clock. Skip pass to Abernathy. Right back to Moore. Baseline to Holt. They tried to go inside to Moore. Pass at his feet. Karam's out of bounds for another Neoga turnover.
Real tough to catch those passes at your feet, isn't it?
It's always been difficult. Altamont looking to add to their 22-point advantage here with under a minute to play now in the first half. Armstrong to the right side. Gets to Wolf, top of the key. Wolf circles over to the left wing. Now back across to the right side to Armstrong. Out top to Clayton. Clayton Wolf plays catch with Armstrong out top. Armstrong has it now. Sends it across to Clayton Wolf again. 33 seconds to play in the half. Justin Geckner comes out to catch a pass to Armstrong out top to Mayhouse. 26 seconds on the clock. Mayhouse had it knocked loose by Raymert, but Clayton Wolf was able to pick it up. 20 seconds to play. Clayton going to have to do something with it. He hands it to Armstrong to avoid a 5 count. 12 seconds on the clock. They get it to Wolf on the wing. Back out to Armstrong, who will set the offense now. 7 seconds. Armstrong moves to the top of the key. Draws a double team. Needs some help. Got it to Mayhouse. Mayhouse puts up a runner at the buzzer. No good. And the first half comes to a close. After one half of action at the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament, it's Altamont 27, Neoga 5. You're listening to high school basketball in the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Morrow Shoes, Boots, and Repairs, your Tony Alomon Red Wing dealer, congratulates all the teams and wishes them the best. Stop by and see Morrow's today. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports. Russ Broniker Cadillac, Buick, and GMC, located on South Route 45 in Effingham, proud supporters of our local and area high school sports teams.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
They have new colors and styles to choose from. Plus, consider upgrading to the Micro Silk Spa. Just close your eyes and imagine how peaceful it would be to relax in a Marquee Spa. Make your daydream a reality and order your new Marquee Spa today. Visit Tammy or Doug at Wet Pools and Spas on East Rickelman Avenue in Effingham and let them show you their beautiful new line of Marquee Spas.
Halftime show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
The Altamont Pep Band entertaining the big crowd here already this evening on a Friday night. Altamont leading in the opener 27-5 in the nightcap. Keep in mind, it's going to be St. Anthony and South Central, with the winner moving on into Saturday night's championship game, and the loser of that contest will play for third. The winner of this one gets Cowden Herrick in the consolation championship on Saturday afternoon, scheduled to be around 1 o'clock, because Windsor and Stu Strauss will open up things for us tomorrow morning at 11:30. So a busy day still tomorrow at the NTC tournament as we wrap the 80th annual NTC tournament up tomorrow. There's still a lot of work to do tonight, as at the half, it's Altamont leading Altamont leading Neoga 27-5. Altamont had quarters of 12 and 15 for their total of 27, and Neoga had quarters of 3 and 2 for their total of 5. Greg has been working on the numbers. He's put the pen down, so that usually tells me he's ready to go with some halftime stats.
So let's take a break, and we'll be back with those in just a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
All right, we're back at Altamont at the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. At halftime in our consolation bracket semifinal game, Altamont in front of Neoga 27-5. Neoga has 2 baskets in the first half. 1 for 9 in the first quarter, 1 for 5 in the second quarter, 2 for 14 here at halftime for 14%. Neoga has not gone to the line. In fact, neither team has gone to the line in this game to this point. Neoga with 13 turnovers. 2 buckets and 13 turnovers. It's tough to stay in a ball game, and that's Neoga's fate right at the moment. They do have 6 of those turnovers in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter. Neoga with 8 rebounds here at halftime. That's also a problem. They got 3 in the second quarter. And Neoga, as far as three-point attempts, is 1 for 4 for 25%. Altamont's 11 for 26 from the field here at halftime for 42%. Altamont 5 out of 13 in the first quarter, 6 out of 13 in the second period. So 11 of 26 in the first half for 42%. As we mentioned, Altamont and Neoga have neither been to the line. Altamont just 4 turnovers. Well, that's a good number. And sometimes when the one team starts turning it over, the other team gets a little sloppy. Not the case for Altamont so far. Just 4 turnovers in that first half and only 1 in the second quarter. Altamont with 16 rebounds, double Neoga's total. And Altamont's hit 3 of 11 three-point shots for 27%. So those are the team stats. Let's break it down individually for you. First for Neoga, Corey Kersey is 0 for 2 from the field. He does have a rebound. Luke Baker's 2 for 5 from the field. He has all of Neoga's 5 points. So 5 points, obviously, for Luke Baker with a foul and a rebound. Trevor Moore has not shot the ball. He does have 2 rebounds. Caleb Abernathy missed his only shot. He has a rebound. Drew Raymert hasn't shot the ball. Ronnie Kersey is 0 for 4 from the field with a foul and 2 rebounds. Jesse Holtz missed a couple of three-point tries and picked up a foul. And Ty Pygott has a rebound. 3 and 2 for Neoga's 5 points here at halftime. For Altamont, Thomas Caravello is 1 for 3 from the field for his 2 points with a foul and a rebound. Adam Mayhouse is 4 for 10 from the field for 8 points with 3 rebounds and not a foul. Justin Geckner, no stats. Ryan Armstrong, 5 out of 6 from the field. That's pretty healthy. And 2 of those were three-pointers, so he's sitting on 12 points here at halftime with a foul and 4 rebounds. Clayton Wolf 0 for 4 from the field with a couple of rebounds. Brandon Runge is ill, so he's not available. Evan Cornett made his only shot for 2 points, and he has 4 rebounds. And Dakota Shepard played a little, had no stats. And Brandon Hosick missed a three-pointer but grabbed a couple of boards. And Eric Wolf hit a 3, his only shot attempt, so he's perfect on the night. 12 and 15 for Altamont's 27 points. So 27-5, Altamont in front of Neoga. This is going to be some big second-half comeback for Neoga if they get one underway here. We'll find out when we're back in a minute from the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help. Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize.
Culver's of Effingham supports all local athletes. All teams, stop by in your uniform after the game for a free One Scoop Sundae.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Altamont's leading the battle of the Indians over Neoga, but 27-5, I never in my life expected this.
No, me either. I say Neoga has been playing so much better over the last couple of weeks, and Altamont, after a tough loss to South Central, wasn't sure how they would respond, but I guess if you're from Altamont, you've got to be pretty much pleased with what you've seen in the first half.
Well, you throw everything else out. They've got a 2-to-1 rebound edge, and they've only turned it over 4 times. Those are things, regardless of how well you shoot, that are going to keep you in a ball game. And that impresses me most about Altamont's first half performance.
Looks like starters are on the court for the most part for each team, with the possible exception Drew Raymert is out there for Neoga. He gets the call in the second half with Abernathy, Moore, Corey Kersey, and Baker. Abernathy has it now. They swing it out top to Raymert, back to Abernathy. He's on the left wing, looking inside. Now he's just going to load up for 3 and pull the trigger. Shot rattles around, no good. Rebound fought for, and finally Corey Kersey claims it. Puts the shot up off the glass a little strong, and the rebound comes to Armstrong. He pushes it up the right side, sees the defense, gets it to Mayhouse, leaves it with Cornett. But Mayhouse, as he made the pass, made contact with Abernathy, who was set in the lane, and a good play by Abernathy to draw the charge.
So Altamont turns it over on the offensive foul. Adam Mayhouse gets the foul, his first, and first in either team in the half.
So 7:28 to play in the third quarter. Neoga will work the offense once again. They get it out top to Raymert. He's matched up with Clayton Wolf. They go to Kersey. Corey out on the perimeter. He's on the left wing. Sends it out top to Moore. Over to Abernathy. Abernathy to Raymert. He takes the 3. It's in and out. No good. Boy, Neoga just can't buy a bucket.
Well, that was halfway down.
Rebound to Armstrong. Fires it up ahead to Wolf. He drives around one man, but Corey Kersey comes from out of nowhere to swat it out of bounds. It'll belong to Altamont along the baseline, but what a block from Corey Kersey.
He can sky.
7:02 to play in the third quarter as Armstrong will trigger it in from the right side of his hooks. Spots Cornett underneath, who pops wide open, and Evan Cornett puts it up and in for his 4th point, and Altamont's ahead 29-5.
Nice inbound play.
I'd say. Raymert works it over to Abernathy. Abernathy back on the left side to Moore. Trevor skips it over to Raymert again on the right wing. Now baseline to Baker, matched up with Geckner. Baker works to the top of the key where he leaves it with Moore. They try to go underneath the Kersey. Nothing doing as Cornett steps in front and gets the steal. Ahead they go to Armstrong, to Mayhouse. Makes a move on the right baseline, puts it up and in.
Nice little move, staying bounds there to get around the defender.
Adam Mayhouse with 10, makes it 31-5. 6:15 to play in the third quarter as Abernathy works from the left wing. Bounces it out top to Raymert. Raymert to Kersey on the left side again. Back across to Moore. He moves to the top of the key, gives it to Raymert on the left wing. Raymert gets a screen. Abernathy rolls to the hoop. They get it to him. He tries to go inside to Kersey. Pass batted away again by Altamont. Picked up by Armstrong. He pushes it up court. Ball knocked away. The officials are going to talk, and it's out of bounds off of Armstrong, they say. So the Neoga Indians will have it to bring the length of the court.
I'm giving him a shot, no turnover.
Okay. I couldn't argue either way with you on that. Coming into the ball game for Neoga is Ty Pygott. He replaces Trevor Moore. Pygott now tries to force it inside again, and again Cornett knocks it loose, but this time Kersey's able to track it down in the right corner. He forces it inside to Abernathy, who posts up, puts the shot up and in.
Took his time and got himself set. Intelligent shot.
Caleb Abernathy now goes on the other end of the court, tried to draw a charge, but just didn't get there in time.
I like the fact the kid makes a layup on one end, and he almost got the charge on the other end, but he called for the block anyway. That's his first on Neoga in the half.
Altamont works the inbounds. They swing it out top to Justin Geckner. He's used up his dribble, needs some help, and Armstrong to the rescue. He calls out a play from out top. Now sends it over to Mayhouse on the right side. They're way out on the perimeter, though. Back out to Geckner. Geckner puts it on the floor, leaves it with Armstrong. Right wing three is too strong. Rebound comes down to Mayhouse. He needs some help, sends it out to Clayton Wolf, and out top to Armstrong again as Altamont resets. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Altamont leading 31-7. Armstrong crosses over, goes to the right wing, now gets it left side to Mayhouse. Mayhouse back out to Armstrong. Pass slipped through his hands, but he got it to Clayton Wolf. Wolf on the right side. Spins, goes towards the baseline, now circles it back out top to the top of the key. Leaves it with Geckner on the right wing. Justin Geckner tried to shuffle it off to a teammate. Nobody caught it, but Armstrong was there to pick up the loose ball. Gets it back to Geckner. He's on the wing for two, and Justin Geckner buried it.
Altamont's had 6 different kids score for him now.
33-7, 4:22 to play in the third quarter as Pygott holds it out top. Neoga trying to set up the end against the Altamont Indians man-to-man. Pygott now in the corner, needs some help as he's used up his dribble, finds Kersey at the free throw line. Lost the handle, but it goes right to Baker for 18-footer from the baseline. Good. And Luke Baker has his 7th point. Problem is Neoga just has 9.
Got a couple of buckets in this quarter, though, so at least that makes them feel a little better, I'm sure. Wolf and Geckner, a mid-air collision there.
Yeah.
Trying to get Geckner out of the game, and he and Clayton had a powwow there, a couple of Indians there.
Thomas Caravello back on the court for Altamont, as is Mr. Hosick. They replace Geckner and Adam Mayhouse. Brandon Hosick with the ball out top. Gets it over to Armstrong, who took an extra step before he made his move, and the travel will give it back to Neoga.
Still just the 5th turnover on Altamont in the game. Boy, that's an excellent total.
3:48 to play in the third quarter. There's Raymert will trigger the inbounds from the sideline, and Neoga will bring it up court.
St. Anthony and South Central coming up to see who plays Dietrich for the championship. Stick around.
Neoga gets it to Abernathy. He spots a lane to the basket, drives in for the layup. Shot no good. Rebound Clayton Wolf. He's on the run. Takes it up the right side. Nobody stops him. Now Kersey comes over to block the shot, but Caravello is there for the rebound. He'll stick it up and in. Thomas has 4, and it's 35-9. Altamont with the lead. Neoga gets it up court to Baker. He works along the perimeter. Now they fling it around to Pygott. He'll stop and pop from 10. Shot no good. Corey Kersey, though, an offensive rebound, and he'll put it up and in.
Boy, he was just waiting on that, wasn't he?
And he was up in the air waiting on it.
Dropped it in.
3 minutes to play in the third quarter. 35-11 the score. Altamont working the ball. They have the lead. They find Armstrong in the right corner. Looks inside, and again he's called for traveling.
He was ready to pass, and his motion, faking the pass, got him off the floor, and he came back down, and that's a travel. And that's Altamont's 2nd turnover.
Substitutions. Altamont has Cornett and Armstrong headed to the bench as Dakota Shepard into the lineup, the 6'3 sophomore, and Eric Wolf returns. Also, Jesse Holt in for Neoga as they give Abernathy a break. Ronnie Kersey's out on the court as well as Corey Kersey has a seat. Neoga with the ball. They're swinging it around the perimeter, and now they're bumped. Luke Baker, as he made a move towards the free throw line, was fouled.
I'm going to double check. Well, double. They called it on.
Baker drives to the free throw line after he took the inbounds, gets it back out to Raymert. I believe Eric Wolf got that
Yes,
foul.
Eric Wolf did get it. He was second.
Now he gets a steal as Altamont knocks it loose. Eric Wolf up ahead to Clayton Wolf. Layup no good, but he was fouled, and Clayton will go to the line for the Altamont Indians.
And the foul goes on Luke Baker. He picks up his second. Neoga has 2 here in the half. Fouls have not been a big concern for either ball club. Nobody has more than 2.
Is this the first free throw of the game, Greg?
This is the first free throw of the game.
Clayton Wolf's free throw is off the mark, no good.
So we still have no made free throws.
And
neither team shot a foul shot in the first half.
For those people curious, Eric Wolf and Clayton Wolf for Altamont are not related. If they are, it's so distant, they don't even keep track.
They could be friends.
Oh, I'm sure they're friends.
Not related.
This free throw for Clayton off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound tracked down by Ronnie Kersey.
So still no made free throws.
2:20 to play in the third quarter. 35-11 the score. Raymert has it in the left corner for Neoga. Sends it out top to Ronnie Kersey. He's got Dakota Shepard on him. Ronnie now spots the lane to the basket, drives in, and we've got the officials talking with each other. On the collision, Hosick underneath was trying to draw the charge, but instead they're going to whistle him for the block.
He picks up his first foul of the game. Altamont with 3 in the half. I'm really surprised Ronnie Kersey's shot didn't drop, but Neoga's put up a few tonight, but I was a little surprised about that.
Free throw for Ronnie, off the mark, no good.
We still have no made free throws.
I don't know what to do here. I'm
trying to talk about it as much as I can to reverse the curse here.
And that one rattles out no good. Hosick up high for the Altamont rebound. Outlet to Eric Wolf up the right side. Penetrates the lane, leaves it in the corner with Clayton Wolf. Clayton in the right corner, sends it out top to Hosick, around to Mayhouse, back on the court for the Indians. Mayhouse gets it over to Eric Wolf on the left side, bounces it to Clayton Wolf, top of the key, over to Mayhouse. Mayhouse looking inside, now is going to drive the right baseline, and as he makes a move, he's fouled.
Not much of a foul. Baker touch foul there. His third, 3 on Neoga in the half. So Baker, the first player for either team to get to 3 fouls.
Altamont looking to trigger the inbounds pass, is tipped and taken away. Holt comes up with it. He brings it up court on Altamont's third turnover of the third quarter. They swing it to Pygott. He loads up for a 3, too strong. Rebound Holt. He saves it out top. It's batted out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Wolf. It'll belong to Neoga. So good hustle there by both teams. Neoga will have it along the sideline. It's about the half-court line.
Just one of these games that one team did really well early, and we're just kind of moving along from there.
Pygott drives the baseline, cut off by Hosick. Needs some help. Looks for the cutter. That's Kersey. Ball knocked away from him. Clayton Wolf dives to the floor, and he'll take a timeout as he gathered the possession for Altamont. So with 1:15 to play in the third quarter, it's 35-11. Altamont leading Neoga. We'll take a 30-second break and be back. You're listening to the 80th Annual NTC Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports. Russ Broniker Cadillac, Buick, and GMC, located on South Route 45 in Effingham, proud supporters of our local and area high school sports teams.
Altamont took the timeout after they forced the turnover on Neoga. Now Wolf holds it out top. Eric looks at the top of the key, needs some help, finds Clayton Wolf. Clayton looking inside. Abernathy all over him. Now Clayton makes a move into the lane, leans in, shot no good. He's fouled.
Ouch.
Clayton Wolf earns a trip to the free throw line.
Not much doubt. Sometimes you wonder about a foul. There was not much doubt about that one. Ronnie Kersey fouled him. That's his second, and Neoga now with 4 in the half.
Large contingent of Dietrich moving Maroons sitting to my left. They're here scouting the competition a little later on this evening.
There it is.
Free throw good for Wolf. See, we just didn't say anything.
The first made free throw of the ballgame.
And Clayton Wolf's first point of the ballgame. Here's his net. It's up off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound's loose, and I think it's going to end up in a jump ball as Dakota Shepard's on the floor with Abernathy and Holt. And Holt comes up a little worse for wear for Neoga.
Ouch, he kind of got a hitch in his get along. Now he's okay.
It's Altamont ball due to the possession arrow favoring them. Eric Wolf, your trigger man, still looking. Now sees Mayhouse underneath, puts the shot up and in. So Adam Mayhouse with 12 makes it 38-11. Altamont up 27, their largest lead of the night.
11-6, Altamont in the quarter.
Wolf and Baker mixing it up as Baker brought it across the timeline, and Eric got a little too close.
His third foul. And Altamont with 4 in the half, still a common foul situation.
Ronnie Kersey's going to have a seat for Bob Walkart and check it in to replace him is 6-foot senior John Welch.
He's got pool glasses.
Inbounds goes to Baker. He blasts into the lane, puts up a runner, no good, but Abernathy clears the rebound. He'll stick it up and in. Caleb Abernathy with 4 makes it 38-13, 25 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Baker will want an assist.
Altamont works it to Clayton Wolf in the right corner, 15 seconds. Altamont looks for the backdoor cut. That's Hosick in the lane. Shot no good. Rebound tipped and kept alive by Shepard. Hosick is able to pick it up, and this time he will put it in. So Brandon Hosick with 2 with 4 seconds left. Here's Neoga. They get it to Abernathy at the top of the key. A foul's whistled, and I think it's against Abernathy.
Yeah, he called it an offensive foul on Abernathy. That's his second. 5 on Neoga and a 5th turnover in the quarter on Neoga. And while we get the perspiration wiped up, we'll remind you with 0.4 seconds, it's exceedingly difficult to get a shot away.
Especially when you're on the wrong end of the court from your basket.
Still a lot of perspiration out there, young man.
We have a better angle to see it than he does.
Yeah, a little to your right. There you go. Right about the free throw line. Hey, there you go. Good work, young man.
He gets a pat on the back from the official, and now we will get back underway with 0.4 seconds to play in the third quarter. Altamont triggers the inbounds, and that'll do it. That'll end the third. As it's Altamont 40, Neoga 13. You're listening to the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham or at danheck.com.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
All righty, a quick look at the stats here in this third quarter. Finds that Neoga was 4 of 11, 36%. That's after 2 buckets in the whole first half. Missed 2 foul shots, 5 turnovers, a better number, 5 rebounds, missed 3 threes. Altamont 6 out of 11, 55% in that quarter. 1 for 4 from the line, 3 turnovers, 6 boards. They missed a 3.
Neoga had it to start the fourth quarter, but they turn it over as they tried to get it to the free throw line to Kersey. Altamont with another steal. Caravello came up with it for the Indians. He's out there with Hosick, Eric Wolf, Dakota Shepard, and Justin Geckner. Neoga in the man-to-man defensively. Abernathy picks up Eric Wolf at the top of the key. They leave it with Geckner, drives into a crowd, and he's tied up. Oh, he traveled first. Turnover on Altamont gives it back to Neoga.
Each team with 1 turnover in the quarter.
28 seconds into the quarter. Neoga will bring it up court with Luke Baker, Abernathy, Corey Kersey, Jesse Holt, and John Welch. Abernathy has it top of the key. They get it to Welch on the right side. He flips it out top for Holt. Holt makes the catch, stops and pops long two. Good. So Jesse Holt has his first bucket, and it's 40-15.
Neoga finally got the lid off, finally getting a couple of shots to fall. They look a lot more relaxed. Ooh, nice pass here underneath. Oh, and he missed it.
The Shepard, no, it wasn't Shepard. That was Geckner who missed the shot inside, got his own rebound, tried to put it up the second time, and that time he's fouled.
Geckner had it out top, and then he rolled down low, and they got him the ball, and gosh, that layup just wouldn't go in, and then a foul on the shot by John Welch. He picks up his first. It's 2 at the line here for Altamont. Neoga sitting on 6 fouls now.
Free throw on the way is up. Oh, left it short for Geckner. Senior from Altamont will try again.
Well, maybe we're only going to have that one made foul shot in the entire game, Matt.
That could be.
Maybe just one made in the whole game.
This one on the way. It's around and out, no good.
Darn, that didn't even work.
No. Corey Kersey finally snags the rebound for Neoga. He'll hand it off, and Luke Baker will trot it up court for the Neoga Indians. They work it to Welch on the right side. Bounces inside, ball knocked loose. Shepard goes to the floor to tie up Kersey. Jump ball will favor Altamont, as again, Altamont forces another Neoga turnover.
Only 7 in this second half, 20 in the game. That was one of the things that really got them behind the 8 ball early.
So Altamont will trot it up court. Justin Geckner works it to Caravello. Those are the only 2 seniors on the Altamont roster, I believe. Geckner gets it back from Caravello. They look underneath for Hosick. Nice pass to Caravello. Lays it up and in.
I like that. Nice pass. Little bounce pass. Caravello could catch it right in mid-stride and laid it up and in.
So it's 42-15. 6:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Altamont leading, and they will move into the consolation championship and take on Cowden Herrick tomorrow afternoon. Neoga's Jesse Holt gets to the free throw line, puts up a shot. It's no good. Didn't hit anything, as a matter of fact. His body's littered the floor underneath. The ball just bounced out of bounds, untouched.
Another change for Altamont. Down goes Hosick.
Logan Dedman comes in to replace him.
There goes Shepard.
Cameron Jackman makes his first appearance, number 20.
He's ready for golf. I know him. He's ready for golf.
Dedman has it on the left wing, gets it to Caravello out top. Caravello surveys, drives into the lane, gets it to Eric Wolf. Corner 3, too strong. Caravello saves it, throws it out top. It's tracked down by Welch. He takes it on the run, drives for the layup, and puts it up and in. John Welch with the bucket. Now the ball gets knocked up the hallway, so the officials take a little break to make sure they can track down the ball.
Get out there on the trophy case. All those pictures of all those graduates, you're up there somewhere, aren't you?
Oh, way down the hallway. Altamont working the ball around the perimeter now. They look underneath. There's Jackman trying to figure out how to get a shot away. Kersey denies him, and the rebound's picked up by Abernathy. He hands it off to Holt, who trots it across the timeline. They get it to Welch. A lob inside to Kersey. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound, Kersey. He forces up a shot. This time he's fouled, and Corey heads to the line for a couple.
Hard-working kid just can't get the lid off. Kersey with 4 boards here in the second half. And the foul is on Jackman. That's a trip. He missed the shot on one end, got the foul on the other.
Free throw for Kersey is good.
Hey,
that's a welcome sight.
That's Neoga's first made foul shot.
Corey Kersey with 3 in the ball game makes it 42-18, 5:15 to play in this ball game. That free throw is too long. Rebound bounces out high, though, and Kersey grabs it, drives in for a layup. He missed it. Rebound, Wolf. Eric Wolf ahead to Dedman. Dedman on the left wing. Leaves it out to Geckner. Geckner to Caravello on the right side. 5 minutes to play in this one as Geckner circles it around to Dedman. Dedman out to Caravello. Left wing 3. Buried it. Thomas Caravello with 9 in this one. Makes it 45-18.
Yeah, it doesn't on Wednesday night. He's hit his last 4 shots. He doesn't do much wrong.
No, plays a solid game. Speaking of a solid game, Luke Baker drives into the lane, puts up a left-handed shot, no good, but that's because he's fouled.
Altamont picks up their 6th foul. Thomas Caravello picks up his 2nd.
So Luke Baker takes a couple of dribbles, puts the free throw up, no good. Almost looked like he rushed that a little bit. Altamont will make a couple substitutions. The two seniors from Altamont, Caravello and Geckner, check out. Back onto the floor is Hosick and also Dakota Shepard. Neoga made a substitution as well. Try to catch that here in a second. That free throw no good for Baker. And the rebound to Dakota Shepard. He hands it off to Eric Wolf, who flips it ahead to Hosick on the right side. Hosick skips it over out top to Jackman. Now they swing it to Wolf on the left wing. Backdoor cut. They try to hit Hosick in the lane. Somehow he comes up with it, spins in the paint, puts it up and in.
It's kind of like a magic trick, the disappearing basketball.
Brandon Hosick with 4. Now Baker runs up court, puts up a runner. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Eric Wolf. Wolf fires it up ahead for Dedman. Back out top, they get it to Jackman. Jackman to Dedman. He's on the left side. They swing it top of the key to Hosick. Now to Jackman on the right wing. Eric Wolf comes to get it at the top of the key. Under 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter as Hosick drives the left baseline, got tripped as he made a move. Holt was trying to get out and close out on him, and he slipped and fell down, and Hosick went around him. And as he did, he kind of got tangled up with Holt. And now it's a 1-and-1 on the way for Brandon Hosick.
Jesse Holt picks up his second foul of the game. Hey, just a reminder, there is some snow on the way. Nobody knows how much. Could be 2 inches, could be 5 inches. They're still trying to line that thing out. It's supposed to start about 9 o'clock tomorrow night, so about the time we're crowning the tournament champion is when we might start seeing some snow. It's going to be rain when the precip starts tomorrow. So we'll keep you up to date on that, online and, of course, on the air.
Hosick's first free throw is good. His second one is good. That's 2 free throws in a row made by one player in one trip.
Yikes.
49-18, 3:45 to play in the fourth quarter. Hosick has 6 in the ball game. Raymer with the ball for Neoga. Drives baseline, lost the handle, and it's off of him out of bounds. Neoga's third turnover of the fourth quarter. And Altamont will bring it up court.
St. Anthony and South Central coming up in the conference champion bracket semifinal game. See who's going to play Dietrich tomorrow night for the title.
Jackman with it out top, leaves it with Hosick. Hosick matched up with Holt. Now they get a screen from Wolf, takes it over to Jackman on the right wing. Jackman puts it on the floor, steps to the baseline, cut off, spins, gets it to Shepard. Long 2 up, no good. It's off the backboard support after it bounced off the rim. It'll go to Neoga.
Hey, I have not mentioned for a while, and I should. We've got more basketball starting in about 15 minutes over on KJ Country at 102.3. Effingham at T-Town girls action. That's always fun when they play. Plus, they're honoring the 1990 Totopola state champion team tonight, their 25th anniversary.
Neoga works the ball up court. They get it to Caleb Hill, just checked into the ball game. His shot no good. Rebound Welch. His shot blocked. This rebound still loose on the floor. Finally a jump ball, and it'll stay with Neoga. Boy, we had a lot of action in the paint there.
Yeah, they sat Baker down when they brought Mr. Hill in. The Neoga squad did.
So Welch will trigger the inbounds for Neoga. Looking, there's Hill, pops free, puts the layup up and in.
Instant offense.
So Caleb Hill, the 5'11 freshman, has his first NTC tournament points, makes it 49-20. Altamont pounds it inside to Shepard. Leans in. Yeah. Leaned plenty, didn't he?
Yeah, too much. Got called for the offensive foul. Dakota's first foul. And a turnover, Altamont's third.
So with 2:40 to play in this one, here comes Jesse Holt bringing it up court for Neoga. Leaves it with Hill, who fires it out top to Abernathy. Abernathy holds, looks, still looking, finds Hill. He drives to the left side, stops, pops, shot, good. Caleb Hill. Now the ball knocked out of bounds by Raymert on the inbounds for Altamont, and it'll belong to Altamont this time along the sideline. So the freshmen from Neoga haven't given up on this one yet.
No, sir.
Altamont brings it up court, 2:15 and counting here in this one. Eric Wolf gets it to Dedman. Dedman, top of the key, Hosick, fakes the 3, now drives in the lane, puts up a runner, no good. Dakota Shepard a rebound. Its putback is missed. This rebound to Abernathy. He clears it out of trouble, now flips it to Holt, and Jesse Holt will bring it up court. Under 2 minutes to play as they fire it to Hill on the right side. Hill goes baseline to Welch, right back to Hill. who flips it in the corner to Holt. Jumper from 15, no good. Rebound, Jackman. Triple team, clears it out of trouble with a pass to Wolf. Wolf bumped by Raymert. Now Raymert gets the steal, driving for the layup, and it's good. Drew Raymert's first bucket makes it 49-24, a minute and a half to play. Altamont with the ball and the 25-point lead. They've led by as much as 31. Altamont working it around the perimeter. They get it to Dedman. He's on the right side. Drives baseline, leans in, runner good. Nice move there by Logan Dedman. He has his first two. Makes it 51-24.
Not a lot of breaks in action in this one.
Not at all. Pushing it back up court is Neoga. Under a minute now as they get it to Abernathy. Baseline to Hill. He'll take the shot. Why not? He's made a few, but that one rolled out. No good. Rebound to Shepard. He handed it off to Hosick, and Hosick was fouled in backcourt. So it looks like Brandon will get an opportunity at the free throw line again.
Jesse Holt, another foul. That's his third. Got both teams in 1-1 now for this last 48 seconds. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Cowden, Herrick, and Altamont. The battle for 128.
Before that, though, we have the last hatchet battle.
Yes, indeed.
Free throw for Hosick is good.
Yeah, don't let that game get away from you. 11:30 tomorrow. Sioux Straws and Windsor play here. Last time those two will ever play since they are consolidating their programs next season.
Free throw for Hosick is good again, so he's hit from the free throw line this quarter. He has 8, making it 53-24.
They have to get Hosick to the line for both teams.
There you go.
He makes all his.
40 seconds to play as Raymert has it on the right wing. Looking out top, drug the pivot foot before he could make the pass. Another turnover for Neoga. They're fourth in the fourth quarter.
They've slowed them down.
Oh, yeah.
9 this second half. That's more respectable.
Just counting down the clock now. 30 seconds and counting. 53-24. Altamont looks to be content to hold the ball out top. Hosick just holding it. Finally, Holt comes close enough to make a 5 count, so they work the ball a little bit. Wolf, hounded by Abernathy, gets it to Hosick. Hosick, way out on the perimeter. Now starts to move to avoid the 5 count, gets to the top of the key, and the ball's knocked loose, and we're going to have, Neoga gets the steal. Abernathy picks it up. He drives, leaves it inside for Hill. Shot at the buzzer is good, and that's how the game comes to a close. Caleb Hill off the bench in the fourth quarter with 6 points, and the game comes to a close. Altamont with the victory, 53-26 over Neoga. We'll come back with some post-game stats. We'll chat with the coaches and get you set for the next one between St. Anthony and South Central. You're listening to the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more.
Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 90 years.
The St. Anthony Bulldogs and the South Central Cougars have each taken the court to begin their warm-ups for the semifinal championship matchup, as the winner will play Dietrich tomorrow night for the title of the NTC tournament. But in the first game tonight, it was Altamont with a convincing 53-26 victory over the Neoga Indians. Altamont with the win improves to 14-6 on the season. Neoga slips to 3-20 on the campaign. Altamont had quarters of 12, 15, 13, and 13 for their total of 53. Neoga with quarters of 3, 2, 8, and 13 for their total of 20.